The armed guys over at the refuge are saying the government needs to give them back the land. What do you say?
I think it's hilarious because it was never their land to begin with, you know?
Every person that has a claim, you know, let them have a voice.
Whose land is it anyway?
We the people of the United States of America. This is all our land.
It belonged to the Indians. They was here first. They was here first. The white man come in and run them off.
53% of Oregon is federal land. Armed men occupying the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge are demanding the federal government transfer it to local control for ranching, mining, and logging. Meanwhile, leaders of the Burns Paiute tribe say it's their ancestral land and that the federal government is managing it properly.
All this debate over the land has brought me here to the Burns Paiute Native Reservation. I'm here to ask a tribal member what she thinks about it all. Hi, Sarah. Hi. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Come on in. Well, this is the home I grew up in, and also the cradle board that I was put in.
You guys make these?
Yeah.
What do you make them out of?
These are made out of willows.
And this willow, is this from the refuge?
The refuge.
Where the occupation's taking place now?
Correct.
The timing of all this, when you look at the history, is pretty crazy. I read that 137 years ago this month, your ancestors were forced out of that same land where the refuge is today.
The U.S. Cavalry were the ones that marched us off and shot our people. We were shot, you know, killed. Those who were sick or fell behind were shot and left for dead. You know, a lot of us didn't make it.
Ancestors of the Burns Paiute once roamed all of southeastern Oregon, but fierce battles over land were sparked once settlers moved in. In the 1870s, Paiutes and other tribes were forced onto the Malheur Reservation. Later, under pressure from settlers, President Grant opened up a portion of Malheur Lake to the settlers. The tribes revolted. They lost the war and were marched off the reservation to Washington state. In 1908, with the native bird population dwindling because of overhunting, President Theodore Roosevelt made the area a wildlife refuge. In 1928, a land company gave the landless Burns Paiute 10 acres of former city dump. The reservation has since grown, but only a third of the tribe survived the land battles. Today, Sarah tells me there's about 420 members.
They tried to exterminate us, but you know what? We're still here. And we are victors. We're survivors, and we always will be.
Your tribal leaders have said that these men are desecrating your sacred sites and that they need to leave. Do you agree?
I agree with my tribal leaders. There are a lot of archaeological sites out there and burials that, you know, they may not know that they are disturbing.
Do you think any good has come from this whole situation?
I think it is too early to tell. I believe it's just brought attention to the injustices to the ranchers, this community, and especially the Burns Paiute tribe, and how they call it their land. And really, I believe it belongs to no one. In my belief, there should be no fences, boundary lines.